On April 17, 2013, a man posted something strange on Reddit. It wasn't long. It wasn't dramatic. Just a few sentences. Most people scrolled past it without thinking. But 3 days later, something happened that made thousands of people go back and read that post again. And when they did, they realized something disturbing. A post appeared late at night in a small subreddit. Nothing about it seemed special at first. Reddit receives thousands of strange posts every day. People talking about conspiracies, strange experiences, or things they can't explain. But this post had a title that made a few users pause. I think something is going to happen to me. Curiosity made some people click. Inside the post, there was only a short message. If anything happens to me in the next few days, it wasn't an accident. That was all he wrote. No explanation, no story, no details. Just that sentence. Immediately people started commenting. Some thought it was a joke. Others assumed it was someone being paranoid. A few people asked serious questions. What do you mean? Is someone threatening you, are you? In danger right now? Call the police. But the man never replied. Not once. Hours passed. Then a full day. Eventually the post disappeared under newer posts. Like most strange things on the internet, people moved on. The post was forgotten. Until 3 days later, a local news article started circulating online. The headline was simple. A man found dead inside his apartment. At first, nothing about the story seemed unusual. Police believed it might have been an accident. But something caught the attention of a Reddit user. The name mentioned in the article sounded familiar. He couldn't remember where he had seen it before. So he started searching through his browsing history, scrolling through dozens of pages. And then suddenly, he found it. The Reddit post. The same username. The same person. Within hours, the story exploded across Reddit. Thousands of people returned to the post, reading every word again, trying to understand what had happened. But then someone noticed something strange. The post had been edited, and not long before the man died, Reddit records when posts are edited, so users checked the timestamp. The edit was made only minutes before his death. Everyone wanted to know what had changed. When they opened the edit history, they saw something chilling. The man had added 5 more words. Just 5. They finally found my door. No explanation, no names, no context. Just that sentence. The internet immediately started speculating. Who were they? Why were they looking for him? How did he know they had found his door? And why did he write that moments before dying? Some people believed he was hiding from someone. Others thought he might have been involved in something dangerous. A few believed the entire thing was just an eerie coincidence. But then another detail made the story even stranger. Neighbors in the building reported hearing something unusual that night. 3 loud knocks on his apartment door. Not aggressive. Not violent. Just 3 slow knocks. Then silence. No one knows if he opened the door. No one knows who was on the other side. And no one knows what happened next. The official investigation eventually ended. The case was closed. No suspects. No clear explanation. And the Reddit account? It was never used again. No new posts. No comments, not nothing. But the original post still exists somewhere on the internet, buried among millions of others. Frozen in time. A short warning written by someone who seemed to know something was about to happen. And 5 words that no one has ever been able to explain. They finally found my door, but what happened next made the entire internet question everything. When investigators finally accessed the camera's internal memory, they discovered something disturbing. The camera had continued recording, even after the hikers disappeared, and what it captured in those final minutes raised more questions than answers. The footage showed the forest at night. No hikers. No movement. Just darkness and the sound of wind moving through the trees. Then suddenly, a faint noise. At first it sounded like branches cracking. But as the audio was enhanced, experts noticed something strange. The pattern wasn't random. It sounded almost deliberate. 3 cracks. Pause. 3 more. Pause again. Almost like someone or something was signaling. Investigators initially believed it might have been other hikers. But after checking records from nearby trails, they confirmed something unsettling. No one else had been in that part of the forest that night. And the deeper they analyzed the footage, the stranger it became. In one frame, just for a split second, something appears between the trees. It's too dark to identify clearly, but the shape doesn't look like an animal. It doesn't move like a human either. Some viewers claim it's just a shadow. Others believe it's a person standing perfectly still. But the most disturbing part came from the hiker's last audio recording, just before the camera. Battery died. A whisper can be heard, very faint, almost impossible to notice unless you listen. Carefully, investigators slowed the recording to isolate the sound, and according to the report, the whisper didn't come from either hiker. In fact, both of them were already silent at that moment. But the voice was still there, a single sentence, barely audible. Don't look back after that. The recording stops, the battery dies, and the forest goes completely silent. To this day, the hikers were never found, no bodies, no equipment, nothing, just the camera and those final recordings. Some believe the hikers simply got lost in the forest. Others think something much stranger happened that night, but there's one detail investigators still can't explain. When the camera was recovered, it was found sitting upright on a rock, perfectly positioned, facing the direction of the trail, as if someone had carefully placed it there after the recording ended. And if that's true, then someone or something was there in the forest that night, watching, waiting, and maybe still there.